If you played this live for your grandma, she'd probably get offended. I'm telling y'all, I don't how it makes those that came before you look or seem. I'ma tell you as the truth, regardless of how it make me look. They set up welfare programs where the welfare programs only gave the benefits, lucrative benefits, may I add. They only gave these benefits to female-headed households where there was no man involved. So you had to run your baby daddy off. You had to get that man out of the household. You had to set them kids up in an environment where nobody actually considered what the effects of this setup would do to the children later on. And we in it right now, just a side note. You had to set the household up in order to get those benefits a certain way. It was worded in the fucking details of how you qualify for the governmental programs that you got to get rid of the man. Young girls, consider why it was written like that. Young girls, consider why when you look around, it's like a culture to dislike your baby daddy and X him out of the kid's life over anything. Consider that we didn't just wake up this way. Young girls, you got to pay attention when we talk about history, especially the history of how this country was built and how our people got the way that they are. Young girls, they worded in the paperwork that there could be no fathers in the household. Young girls, back in the late 1960s, early 70s, they sent social workers around to check and make sure not only did you kick the daddy out, but you kept that motherfucker out in order to keep giving you these benefits. Young girls, if you think about what I'm saying, the government basically paid us to get rid of the fathers out of the household. Young girls, they made it seem like it was in support of low-income households, but really, everybody can use their common sense and understand if you support the two adults into adequate working environments and opportunities in the labor force equal to those of other races, you will raise the quality of living for the children in that household. It does not benefit the children to split the parents up and make them have one parent to rely on. But young girls, this is what they did. Young girls, your mammy don't understand this. Young girls, these older hoes ain't gonna tell you this because they already brainwashed and programmed to a T in the cycle. Young girls, this is why they value their food stamps and the fucking disability checks and the goddamn housing and the cash assistance and the child support checks over the physical presence of a man being in their kid's life. Young girls, a lot of these women, their mothers did them the same way, so they see no value in having a man around because there was never a man around that showed up for them. So young girls, a lot of these women is parental alienating their baby daddies. These niggas is not really deadbeats. They just use any excuse to X the nigga out to be able to say, hey, I'm going through the same struggle as my mother or my grandmother or my aunt. But in all reality, we've been programmed to believe that when it comes down to these situations with these children, we are victims. But in fact, we are the ones making the choice to set it up like